What's up guys, my name is Trevor Steele, a PPG instructor at Backcountry PPG. I've been flying for 13 years and trained over 650 something students. I have lost count. Anyways, today's video is a super important one. I call it Never Fly a Blind Sky. This is a lesson that I teach every single one of our beginner and adventure training students, and that is essentially that you should never take off into the sky unaware of what the weather is going to be. I want to walk you through a little bit of my thinking, thought process, and step-by-step here. Now there's two parts to this. Number one, the first thing you want to know is what is the wind prediction going to be for that morning into the afternoon. Here's the thing, if at 9 a.m. the wind is going to pick up to 25 miles an hour, the last thing you want to do is be in the sky at 8:45. You need to know what's going on, right? And example number two would be shear layers. If you got 30 miles an hour at 300 feet up, you got to know that because it might be perfect until you hit 300 feet, in which case it's not going to be perfect. So that's what I mean by never flying a blind sky. Now let's talk about a couple of the things that I look for and kind of my thought process or step-by-step of what I'm doing. The first thing I'm looking for is the wind predictions on the surface for that morning into the afternoon. Now, if I'm gonna fly from 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning, which is about the average of what I'll fly, I wanna know what the wind is gonna do up until 10, 11, and even 12. I wanna know, do we have a huge front coming in at 9:30? Because if that's the case, I wanna give myself at least an hour, if not a little more, of room between then and when that front comes in. Because if you're in the sky and all of a sudden that hits, it wasn't unpredicted, you just failed to see it. The other thing that I'm looking for here is if there's gonna be any sudden change. Overall, I'm just checking to see what is the sky that I am launching into. So that's the first thing. And I usually use an app called Windy. It's got a red icon, 2 white wisps, and I look at every single weather model prediction for that day. The next one that I like to check is ppg.report. Now this isn't an app, this is a website, but I save it on my home screen so it's as if it is an app. And this is gonna give you your shear layers. This is gonna tell you what the wind is at the surface, 300, 500, 1,000, all of those things. If at least you check those two things, you're gonna check marks, both the predicted wind forecast, whether it's picking up or not, and your shear layers, okay? I don't ever like to see pilots take off and not have a good understanding of what the weather is going to be. You don't wanna take off into those blind skies. Now, the last thing that I will do is check what's called wind alert. This is another app, it's a red icon with a little arrow on it. And this is giving you your live weather predictions right now at all of the nearby weather stations. So I will look at Windy and PPG report as a reference as to whether I'm gonna wake up in the morning. This is kind of my thinking, right? I check Windy, am I gonna set my alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning and wake up to go flying? If it looks good, great, I will. If it doesn't look good, I won't even bother with the alert. Once I've woken up, I will check wind alert, which is giving me a live weather station check to see if I should get out of bed. That's kind of my thinking on these apps. And this morning, we had predicted good winds, but aloft, we had strong winds, and a nearby weather station that's maybe 1 mile away, 1,000 feet higher, was showing 17 miles an hour of wind from the south. Well, here it was dead calm, and under 300 feet or so, it was perfectly smooth. But once you punched up into that, that is when you encountered super strong turbulence. And that's what I refer to as never flying a blind sky. Especially if you're out here on the West Coast, guys. If you're an East Coast pilot flying in Kansas, where it's just green grass, sunshine, and roses, that's another story because things are a little less intense. Things are a little less rough and rugged. Out here on the West Coast, man, you can get rotors super fast. If you got 20-mile-an-hour winds coming from this ridge right here that you don't see, I mean, things change. You gotta know. Everything's got to be planned. You got to think it through, guys. You have to be calculated when it comes to adventure flying, when it comes to flying out into the backcountry, flying stuff that's a little bit rough, a little more rugged. Now, if you want a more detailed breakdown of weather, I do give a great explanation. We go into extensive detail on a variety of different topics, weather related. I am currently working and have been working for a while on a weather book. But if you have more interest in weather knowledge, come through one of our beginner or adventure training programs. Be happy to brain dump everything I know. And I'm not claiming to be some weather god. I don't claim to know everything, but I do know a thing or two about flying out here in the backcountry, about thermaling, wind, weather, all of that stuff. All right, guys, with all of that being said, when it comes down to weather, please, please, please be calculated, be thinking through it. Do not fly a blind sky. If you're interested in learning how to fly, we offer a 10-day beginner training program here at Backcountry PPG. If you're already a pilot looking to improve your skills or do some fun adventure flying with myself and our team here at Backcountry PPG, visit our website, backcountryppg.com, for more information. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below what video you want to see next, and I will see you guys in the next video.